Hello and welcome to Big Orbit's unboxing video of the new Vanguard booster set V-BT01. This is the first of the boosters for the V series, which is very exciting. It's a Unite Team Q4, so as you can imagine, we've got Royal Paladin, we've got Oracle Think Tank, Kegro, and Nova Grappler. And so yeah, I have seen these cards in the flesh before, thanks to the sneak peek, which I did on, it was a week or two ago, probably last week I think, yeah. So yeah, I managed to get some good stuff from that, but hopefully we'll be able to get some good stuff from this now. And we do get quite a few bits of freebies really, because we get one of each of the markers. So we got Force, Accel, and Protect. And then quickly going through the promo packs you get Extra Muscular for Nova Grappler, as well as a Kamui Accel gift. And then open that up, we got Oracle Think Tank's On Myoji of the Moonlit Night, as well as a Misaki Protect gift. Then Grape Shot Wyvern for Kegro, as well as a Kai gift, a Force gift. And finally, Royal Paladin's Snowgull, which has a slight misspelling in it. It should not have that U, but that has been errated now. And an Aichi Force gift. So those are all the little freebies you get from the box itself, which is, there's quite a lot going on there. I mean, most of them are just gifts, but gifts are still crucial to the game, so it's nice that they just give them to you. And now we have the actual packs themselves. So we have Great Bombing of Hellfire, Gabiya, Tap the Hyper, Solid Turtle, Giro, Psychic Bird, and Burst Riser, who is an amazing singular, who is when your Vanguard attacks, counterblast 1, soul blast 1, and stand this unit if your opponent has 4 or more cards in his or her damage zone. This unit also gets plus 3000 power. This is really good to combo off, especially with Perfect Riser, and if this is on an Accel circle as well, that makes it even better. And then Knight of Rose Morgana, who's a Soul Blast 1, she gains plus 3000 power for each of your Vanguard's grades. So if you have a grade 3 Vanguard, she gets plus 9000 power. It kind of interrupts Soul Saver, but if you've already used Soul Saver and you didn't win, when you attack with Soul Saver, you Soul Charge, and it will keep on refueling her ability. So Instigate Griffin, Whiteness Rabbit, Jet Riser, Miruviru, Miracle Kid, Ruote Magus, who is the Perfect Guard, and Victorious Deer, who is an amazing double R for Oracle Think Tank. It's a grade 3 with the Protect marker. And the Act Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle once per turn. Cost is Soul Blast 2 grade 3s and discard a card from your hand. Look at 7 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 2 critical triggers from among them. Put the revealed cards on the top of your deck and in the order, and shuffle the rest you looked at, and put the rest on. Shuffle the rest of the cards you looked at, put them on the bottom of the deck in it, and 6 of your units get plus 10,000 power. So you get to see if your opponent. Luckily, you get to see if your opponent has crits or not. Otherwise, it would be a bit crazy. But yeah, you get possibly 2 crits on the top of your deck, and all your units get plus 10. So plus 20 to all of your columns. Then Iron Killer, Goddess of Tide and Times, Mizuno Hame. Knight of Devotion, Burgess, Dominance Dragon, Sphere Magus, Lizard Soldier, Raupia, so when your opponent's things is retired, gains 5000 power, and Miss Splendor, Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle. If your hero attacks, your opponent cannot intercept. Heroes are actually a really, really good budget deck in this. Someone managed to make the heroes through the sneak peek, and it works surprisingly well for a thing that its main grade 3 is a single R. And Luckbird, Battle Riser, Lion Mane Stallion, Flame of Destruction Verbdi, Shining Lady, Hate Reflector, who's a single R Perfect Guard, and Twin Blader, who's a double R Perfect Guard, but also a draw trigger, both for Nova Grappler. Then Herculean Knight Alabrox, Fright Lock, Rocket Hammerman, Resolute Maiden Chitose, Red Lightning, Funnel Gull, Counterblast 1, Soul Charge 1, and gain 5000 power. And Goddess of Insight Satori Hime. When she attacks, counterblast 1, draw a card, discard a card, and this unit gets plus 6,000 power. If your Vanguard is grade 3, you also get to scry 1. Then we have Cupfaller, Radical Knight Anil, Shooting Hobby, Weather Girl Saft, 3 minutes. Vortex Dragon, who is counterblast 2, retire when your opponent's rear guards, but if you have 5 or more damage, you retire all their rear guards, but you discard your hand. And Auto Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle, when your opponent's rear guard is retired during your turn, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. So discarding your whole hand is a big cost, but if you haven't got anything anyway, you can still use the skill, and you won't retire you won't discard anything. Then Little Sage Marin, grade 1, when something's placed in the same column of it as it, counterblast 1, draw a card, and he gains plus 3,000 power. It's a very, very good card to have. Transriser, Cat Butler, Lozenge Magus, Cannonball, Turbo Riser, Battledore Fighter. This is the main hero grade 3, so it has the Excel marker as well as Act Vanguard Circle once per turn, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Choose one of your units for the battle that unit attacked during the turn. When your opponent would call Guardians from hand, he or she must call 2 or more at the same time. So this is really good choice to use on Burst Riser, seeing as he stands back up. It doesn't have to choose a hero, so you could use it on Burst Riser on an Excel circle. It attacks twice, and both times your opponent has to guard with 2 or more. And then Auto Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle, when it attacks a Vanguard, if you have 3 or more rear guards, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn, to the end of the battle. So this is like the main boss of heroes, and it's really, really good, and it's only a single R. Then we have a triple R, Flame of Hope Airmo, grade 1, and continuous rearguard circle during your battle that this unit boosted. This unit gets plus 3,000 power. And auto rearguard circle, when your opponent's rearguard is retired during your turn, retire this unit, draw a card, and countercharge 1. Very, very good resource management. It's the only countercharger that Kagro have in this set, so it's definitely something that's going to stick around for a while until they get a lot more. And also an 11k booster is very, very good. Lion Mane Stallion, Solid Turtle, Spillover Dragon, Wallboy, 3 minutes. Yellow Witch Meme, so when placed, look at the top card of your deck and put it on the top or bottom. And Seiyuu Amaterasu, another triple R, this one for Oracle Think Tank. So Act, she has the Protect marker, Act once per turn, Counterblast 1, draw a card, look at the top card of your deck and put it to the top or bottom. Then Act, Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle. When you look at the top card of your deck, due to effects during your turn, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. Activates from Look, Reveal, and Search effects. So that is, she pumps up very quickly. She pumps up through her own ability, and then you've got lots of things that scry, like on attack and on place. So I've been against Seiyuu Amaterasu, and she's very important early Oracle Think Tank, and then you might want to go into Imperial Daughter afterwards, but she is a solid unit on her own. Transriser, Luckbird, Gigantic Charger, Cannonball, Turbo Riser, Oracle Guardians Gemini. If you have 3 or more cards in your damage zone, put this unit into the soul and countercharge 1. And Azura Kaiser, another triple R. So this is for Nova Grappler with the XL gift. Auto Vanguard Circle. When your drive check reveals a grade 2 or greater, stand one of your rear guards, and if you revealed a grade 3 or greater, counterblast 1, and that rear guard gets plus 10,000 until the end of the turn. So lots of good power-ups there, and lots of extra attacks. It's a bit inconsistent, but it's very cheap. You don't even have to counterblast at all. It's just like, if you just as a final blow, really. Instigate Griffin, Cupballer, Petal Fairy, Battle Riser, Wallboy, Bellicosity Dragon, when one of your opponent's things is retired, gets plus 5,000 power, and the VR of the set, this box is Perfect Riser, so for Nova Grappler. So it has the Axel marker, and when it attacks, counterblast 2, and 2 of your rear guards in the front row are stood. This is fantastic, especially on Axel circles, and stands aren't in the game anymore, aren't in standard. So being able to stand 2 units is always a major a major problem for your opponent. And auto Vanguard Circle when its attack hits, if you have a card named Rise with Riser in its card name in your soul, countercharge 1, and this unit gets and one of your units gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. So this is very, very strong. You can even countercharge with it, even though it has that big counterblast cost. So it fuels itself. And with the amount of rear guards you're going to be attacking with, probably around that time it would be like you'd have 5 front row rear guards and then 7 attacks. So it's absolutely crazy. Shooting hobby, Fright Lock, Giro, Herculean Knight Alabrox, Boomerang Thrower, and we have Pongal, who's on place if you have another unit in the same column. Soul Charge 1. If the Soul Charge card was a trigger unit, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. And we also get an SVR, so there's a chance you will get an SVR as well as a VR. And if you do, it's just amazing. Having both these is great. And this one is King of Knights Alfred. So his ability is act Vanguard Circle once per turn, counterblast 1, search your deck for up to 1 Blaster Blade, call it to Rearguard Circle, and that unit gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. Shuffle your deck. And continuous during your turn, if you have a Blaster Blade on your Rearguard Circle, this unit gets plus 10,000 power until, it's continuous during your turn. So this is... The thing is with this card is it's really good early game, but you might struggle towards the late game, especially if your opponent's using Kagura or something, retiring your Blast Blades. Once you run out of Blast Blades, this can't really do much, but that's why you go into something like Soul Saver after this. But for the early game, this is fantastic. It does gets lots of power. You get a plus from calling Blast Blade out for only 1 counter blast as well, but it is once per turn, so you can't just spam 2 Blast Blades onto your field. But still, very, very good, and the SVR colouring is really cool, the background being blue. Normally it wouldn't be, I don't know if you can't really see it on the front of the box, but it would have a very different background. Like this, you see the background of it's like a kind of stadium kind of thing. If that was SVR, it would have been all orange, and you would have got this side border thing. So, very, very good to have. Put that there. So, Death Army guy, Knight of Devotion, Burgess. Oh, we've seen a lot of these, so I'll just skip through the ones we've seen. Mei, Miss Mist, who is the draw trigger perfect guard for Oracle Think Tank. We've seen these. Skip like this. Gemini and Bellicosity Dragon. Oops, bit of spill there. Boomerang Thrower and Conjurer of Mithril. Conjurer of Mithril is very good. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Set your deck for a grade 2 and call it to Rearguard Circle. Apart from... This is the most flexible of the superior callers. We have King of Knights Alfred himself, who calls Blast Blade. We have Akane, who searches for Pongal. But this one can search for any grade 2. And it's a really, really good early game if you have 2 Counterblast free. And you call this guy, and you bring out Akane, which then calls Pongal, using both your counterblasts, but you gain 3 units for the price of 1, really. So it's very, very good. And we've also got Marin as well, who is another good one to refuel anything that goes in front of it or behind it. Counterblast 1, draw a card. So it basically means that call was free. Seen these. Pongal and Farfell Magus, who is the just on-place scry one. And last pack of the box, we've got Prowling Dragon Striken, who is it cannot attack on Vanguard Circle, but when rode upon by a grade 3, counterblast 1, draw a card, and one of your Vanguards gets plus 5,000 power and 1 critical to the end of turn. And we also have Dragonic Gaius, another Kagura card. A Rearguard Circle, when it boosts a grade 3 or greater, counterblast 1, put it into your soul, and the boosted unit gets plus 1 critical until the end of the battle. And the boosted power ceases to be given to your Vanguard. So losing power but gaining the crit. Very good for something like Dragonic Overlord or Dragonic Waterfall. We didn't see Waterfall in this, and we didn't get to see the origin rare of Overlord, but still, what we got was very good. You're guaranteed 1 VR per box. It can be one of these ones or Alfred. So you get 4 because this is only Oracle Think Tank, Royal Paladin, Kagro, and Nova Grappler. But yeah, so the SVR is a lot rarer, and it's very, very pretty to look at. It's got nice, the flavor text is very nicely laid out, and yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So that is everything from this box. Feel free to leave any comments about if you have any questions about the cards, or if you just want to give your feelings about the new V series. I really like the new V series. I've played quite a bit of it already with the starter decks and the sneak peek cards. But yeah, feel free to leave your comments and your experiences of how you felt about V series so far, and I hope to see you next time. So bye.